Alright, hello folks. Episode 2 of Planet Strzl Docuseries. We will be focusing on the Mount Hood area, but first we're going to visit some smaller outer lying regions of the Mega Tower region. This is an in-game map of Mount Hood, which we'll be focusing on today, and blam, there's all the details if you want to pause it and ruin your life trying to understand the holy hell of a mess going on here. We got railways going every which way, and there's buildings and structures, and we'll be focusing on the pink dotted line. We're gonna ride around the whole circumference, which is an actual low dirt wall, looking within at all this mess. But first, back over here to the rear of the Mega Tower, we have a monster farming facility that myself and Bear Lincoln made. Yeah, oh, it's already on. Yeah, look at that. There's a switch that activates a floodgate all around that pushes monsters toward the center. And we're on fast forward mode so we can get through this part rather quickly. And the arrow launcher shoots arrows. That's a lot of damn arrows. Anyway, moving on to the glass encased beach. One of the first large glass structures that Gromit and myself created. You can see the Mega Tower in the background, little open fire pit, some umbrellas. Attempt at a palm tree, tiki torches, whatever. Barbecues hadn't been introduced to the game at this point, but that would have been nice to have. And here we are departing the Mega Tower region. The mountain to the right is called Flatback Mountain, and the structure up there, one of Gromit's early castles and mansions. There's the pyramid that we saw last video. Long set of stairs going up with hanging vines meticulously placed around. Here we go. Here's Gromit's mountaintop mansion. Nice interior, glowstone lighting, great place to view the sunset. And there's one of his early castles in the distance, and some old rail networks that were recently diverted. I say recently, but I really mean like 2013 or something. This is the castle we just saw adjacent to that hill mountaintop mansion. This was also built by Gromit. There's Flatback Mountain, and there's a view from the castle top and a view from the mansion. Now we're going to head over to the roller coaster ride. But first, we're gonna look at the actual flat back of the mountain. Oh, I guess this is where you... Oh, this is an old safe house I built. Yeah, and then this connects. There's the actual flat back. So this is Bear Lincoln's insane roller coaster that goes not this fast, but in and out of the flat backedness of the mountain. Alright, we're done with that. Now we're gonna head toward the Mount Hood Chaos, which is the second major region in this server. Caught a glimpse of a massive rectangular structure just now, but I'll explain that later. This particular rail line was built by Bear Lincoln to connect the Mega Tower and Mount Hood. This is a massive, well, it's the Terracotta Army tomb, which we'll look at in more detail in a few minutes. This is kind of the central courtyard that we're blasting through, and now we have arrived at the base of the Tower of Grommet, which is one of the first major chest vault of the server. It contains tons of items. Looking out westward, I think, from Grommet Tower. Yeah, you can see the Tower of Grommet mostly in the center of that cluster. The oval is the train station that we just arrived at. And now I think we're just going to ride around and check everything out. Big ass ice tower over there with lava holding it up somehow. This is Bear Lincoln's replica of a real life house he lived in. Lots of stuff going on here. There's a nice little sea lantern on the left. So this is the outer wall that encompasses the majority of the entire region, which is like gigantic as hell. This is the monster farming area. There's the cluster off to the right over here. New Chinatown with some Asian influenced wooden structures. There's actually dark oak wood in there, which is really hard to farm. You gotta travel pretty far. This is the Judge Dredd Tower, made from andesite, which I had to import and polish from, once again, far as fuck. This is the easternmost fort, and I believe it diverges. Oh, there's the airship, made with glass and wood. Some crazy fortifications and coarse fruits around New Tokyo. So this is one of the sky paths. And this is Shiitake Spire. It has giant mushrooms inside that we can't see, but I don't know, that's why I named it that. You can see lots of skywalks connecting all the various towers and structures. And this winding rail that goes all the way up and all the way down. So we came out the other side. I think we're to the north now. Well, we're heading to the Church of Grommet. This was like the biggest thing he ever built in our whole server. Back in like 2010 or something, which at the time was a pretty damn big deal. Pretty well planned. Some still shots of things. Also, this Church of Grommet was when colored stained glass first became a thing. Little church garden outside. An empty sand mining pit. Back of the church, not finished yet, so we need Grommet to hurry up and log back in and finish this shit. 15 years later. Coming to the mostly remote western parts of the entire region. Where we have a big ass ice tower creeping up on the right. Goes all the way to the top, made with birch wood and regular wood, and adorned with light blue stained glass and sea lanterns, which are very difficult to acquire. Giant ice structure, and the western farm, mostly intended to feed and raise cows. Couple more lookout mini forts. And now we're almost back to the main southern entrance. Lots of open real estate within the territory for future projects. Different view of downtown Mount Hood. This is the giant ice tower in the middle of Mount Hood. Quickly running through at double speed. This is the original Mount Hood Tower of Terror. Crossing over to, well, not yet, I guess. Yeah, we just crossed over to the Tower of Grommet. We're gonna zip up the ladder. And this is a new section that I added onto the tower, built with fine polished smooth stones, glow stones, colored glass. And this is the very top, which has a death drop built in, which you're going to experience momentarily. But first, looking down on things. So this is a 1-block drop all the way down. Can't move while you're falling, so try not to die. And yep, there you go. That's kind of quite a rush. up the line back to the top. Nice little tropical fish pond. Some still shots of things. Oh, this is the other ice tower, the one of birchwood and glowstones. This one has its own death drop. Not quite as long, I don't think. But here we go, making our way to the top. Enchanted gold sword from some netherworld pigling I killed a long ass time ago. Getting pretty high up over here. Oh look, there's a chorus fruit. Ooh, there's the button for the death drop. Oh shit, I missed it. Try again. There we go, all the way down. Yes, sir. And looks like it starts snowing right now. Oh yeah, things look much better in the snow. Now we're gonna quickly breeze through Bear Lincoln's old house in Los Angeles. I think that's the TV, the kitchen, the dining room. The second floor was an enchantment room, but we mostly dismantled it and recreated it in the Tower of Grommet. There's the shower, the toilet, the bedroom. There's the actual Mount Hood natural formation that inspired the name of this place. Now we're going through the Agriculture Center, which has absolutely everything farm and animal related, to the Terracotta Army Tomb, which is insane. They're actually armor stands with different types of armor that I meticulously collected. The inside of the pyramid nearby with some rare items. The top half is made from emerald blocks, and each block is 9 emerald pieces. Very difficult to get those items. And here's the monster farming section. Catwalks and sniper towers to shoot monsters, and then you jump down and grab the loot. And now the giant indoor monster farming structure, so you can farm monsters during the day. They will just spawn in here non-stop 24/7. Catwalks all around, a little safe house in the center, or a bunker I should say. I've mined and collected or farmed tons of gunpowder and string and zombie flesh, every type of thing from every monster. Right here in this place. Takes a little bit of skill and combat to do it without dying, but it's relatively safe. Looking down at the terracotta army, taking the train back to Hood Mountain Central Station in the middle, and a quick slow-mo leave of things as we depart. And this concludes the second part of our docu-series of Planet Strzl. More to come soon.